What's up, you damn beautiful, sexy ass of a gamers, and we welcome back to Role-Playing Games, to this merry old corner in the internet where we sometimes like to talk about video games, focused mostly in RPGs. After a long period of time of not hearing almost anything about Tales of Arise, the way's finally over. At least when we talk about news, updates, and so on and so forth. We finally got a release date set for September 2021, and a whole bunch of juicy details on what can we expect from the game before it finally launches. So in today's video we're gonna be breaking down the major aspects that you need to know about the game before it finally gets to be in our hands. If you like this stuff, like the video, it really helps me a lot. If you don't, then subscribe while they are not. That being said, let's talk about the scope of things first. And when we talk about the Tales series, it was something alongside the lines of launch rhythm close to what happens with the AC games. Almost one game per year, which started to place a toll on the games at some extent. While Arise was delayed because of certain disease that struck us hard in the ass, it is mentioned by the developers that this time there were other factors on the delay of the game, like wanting to deliver a little bit more polished next-gen version of the game, as well as to be able to dedicate themselves a little bit more and give some love to Tales of Arise. This allowed the developers to really focus on the polishing and the overall quality of the game, and as of late entries, yeah, the series did needed it quite a lot, honestly. When Tales of Arise was announced as a reboot of the series, many of us were wondering, dude, it might actually looks like it's going to be open world, or might actually be a little bit more frenetic combat system with this like open world scenery scenario. And it pleases me to say, and I would like to add a parenthesis in here, that not every single RPG needs to be an open world or fully action oriented game. Arise will welcome newcomers with a breath of fresh air onto it, while still maintaining the classic vibe that the series has been known through the years. Quote, we actually did debate on whether to go on an open world concept or a linear concept. This was something in the early stages we really had back and forth debate about it. We actually ran tests simulating both situations, and ultimately we came to the decision that, as we mentioned, for reasons that we want the players to focus, we went with the linear option. End of quote, and then quote again. We thought this was the best way for players to really enjoy what Tales of Arise is all about. Again, the story, character development, all that good stuff. We thought that it was the best way to deliver that gameplay to the player. End of quote. And yes, the world is going to be on a fairly linear pace on the levels, and the combat is still this arena-based combat system that has been part of the Tales games. However, in the level design, they're going to be a little bit more versatile, changing a whole lot depending on the time of day that you play on them. And the combat system adds new features like the ability to dodge attacks as well as to make counters while you fight, like it happened on Tales of Graces. It also seems that you can take advantage of the iframes when you perform specific artes or skills, and the level of cinematics is also on a level that, pardon the redundancy, it really makes the visuals shine when you perform combined attacks with your party members that you'll be able to control and switch between them at any given time during the fights. Tales of Arise is built in Unreal Engine 4, and while it's nothing really breathtaking or a graphical reference that blows your mind, it has to be mentioned that, compared to other Tales entries, the visual presentation is highly, dramatically improved. And when we talk about them trying to really upgrade the overall quality, mechanics, and capabilities of the game, the question pops out, since multiplayer is something that in previous entries we were able to experience by taking control of the different characters in the arena battles. It is no longer the case, or it is not the case for Tales of Arise. The main appeal in here is to enjoy the game as a standalone single-player experience and be immersed in the dramatism of things. It's a game that you need to experience by yourself, according to what the developers had said on interviews, and you know, I actually agree with this. To me, personally, it's just my personal opinion, there is no better way to experience a game and to actually immerse yourself in it, in the narrative, the world, the characters, the story. It's just by playing by yourself, dude. That's just me. Let me know in the comments below what your preferences are on the matters, dude, guys. And just to wrap up, let's talk about the story. And the official website reads as it follows: for 300 years, Rena has ruled over Dana, pillaging the planet of its resources and stripping people of their dignity and freedom. Our tale begins with two people, Alphen and Shione, born on different worlds, each looking to change their fate and to create a new future. It is said as well that this Tales game will be one of the longest anime cutscenes that will make our Weevo inner selves very happy watching that stuff. There's also gonna be a bunch of side quests to do, different routes and things to do, because let's be honest, we all then power level the hell out of our characters by doing silly stuff so that at the end, when we reach the boss fights, we're all so beefy that not even the mountain dares to stare down at us. So as an overall package, Tales of Arise aims to deliver freshness and quality to the IP, trying to welcome new players to the franchise while still maintaining a grade of faithfulness to the original fans of the games. It is gonna be releasing on September 9th in 2021 on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X. There's a bunch of different versions with the normal standard edition of $60, but you can still find like the deluxe and digital editions that have a whole bunch of DLCs like costumes and stuff, as well as the collector's and hot tea edition. And do let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments below, guys, and subscribe to RPJames, and I'll see you damn sexy ass gamers in the next one. Stay safe, stay awesome, stay beautiful, stay sexy, stay everything. Be careful out there, alright? I'll see you later.